For 50 years, the National Football League has been the undisputed king of American capitalism. They do not just control a sport, they control the economy. The NFL owns Sunday. They own Thanksgiving. They own the American bank account. Owners like Jerry Jones of the Dallas Cowboys and Robert Kraft of the New England Patriots built a business model that seemed impossible to break. They created a closed system where they keep all the money, the players get a salary cap, and no other sport can ever compete. They told us for decades, football is king and everything else is just a hobby. And for 50 years they were right. The NBA tried to catch them and failed. Major League Baseball tried to catch them and failed. The gap was simply too wide. The financial wall was too high. But then a glitch happened in the system. A 5'7" man from Argentina walked into Miami and did something that Patrick Mahomes, LeBron James, and Tom Brady never could. He did not just join a team. He executed a hostile takeover of the American sports economy. January 2026. Inter Miami is no longer just a soccer club. It is a $1.5 billion asset that is growing faster than Apple stock or Bitcoin. And the scariest part for the NFL owners? Lionel Messi is not playing by their rules. Patrick Mahomes is an employee. He gets a paycheck. If he gets injured, the money stops. Lionel Messi is a partner. He gets a cut of the entire industry. He gets a piece of the subscriptions. He gets a piece of the jersey sales. He gets equity in the league itself. In this episode, we are going to follow the money. We are going to expose the Apple clause that has NFL agents panicking. We are going to analyze the pink inflation that is single-handedly saving local American economies. And we are going to explain why the 2026 World Cup might just be the biggest financial heist in the history of organized sports. The NFL owns the weekend, but Lionel Messi owns the bank. Let us start by looking at the raw data, because the numbers do not lie. Before Lionel Messi arrived in the United States, Inter Miami was valued at roughly $600 million. Now, $600 million sounds like a lot of money to you and me. But in the world of American sports franchises, that is nothing. That is a rounding error. That is the price of a backup quarterback in the NFL. But today, specifically in early 2026, financial analysts place Inter Miami's valuation at roughly $1.5 billion. Think about that for a second. That is a 150% increase in less than 3 years. There is no fund, no real estate asset, and no tech stock that guarantees that kind of return on investment. Now, compare that to the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys are titans. They are worth $9 billion. But their growth is slow and steady. They grow by 5% or maybe 8% a year. They are a mature business. Messi created what economists call hyper-growth. He took a bottom-tier franchise, a team that was literally last place in the league, and turned it into a global fashion brand that now outsells the New York Yankees, the Los Angeles Lakers, and the Boston Red Sox in merchandise sales. Why does this matter to the average fan? Because the NFL is a domestic product. 98% of NFL fans live in the United States. If you go to Tokyo or London or Buenos Aires, nobody is wearing a Dak Prescott jersey. Nobody cares about the Jacksonville Jaguars, but Inter Miami? They are a global product. A kid in Tokyo is wearing the pink jersey. A grandmother in Spain is watching the highlights. This is called global liquidity. It is the holy grail of sports business. The NFL has spent millions of dollars trying to get this global reach. playing games in London and Germany, trying to force the world to care about American football. Lionel Messi did it for free. He did not just raise the value of Miami. He raised the valuation of every single team in the MLS. By simply existing, the Columbus Crew are worth more today because Messi is in the league. LAFC is worth more today because they get to host Messi once a year. He is the tide that lifted every single boat in the harbor. This is the part of the story where NFL players start to get angry. And they should be angry. Because when you compare their contracts to Messi's contract, you realize they are being robbed. Take Patrick Mahomes. He is arguably the best quarterback on planet Earth. He is the face of the NFL. But he has a ceiling. The NFL salary cap says, you can only make this much money. It does not matter if Patrick Mahomes brings in $10 billion for the league. He gets a fixed rate. He is an employee. Lionel Messi does not have a ceiling. When he signed his deal to come to America, he did not just ask for a salary. He negotiated a revenue share agreement with Apple. Let me explain how insane this is. Apple TV owns the broadcasting rights for the MLS. Every time a fan buys the season pass to watch the games, Apple makes money. Messi's contract states that he gets a percentage of new subscribers. Think about that. That is like Patrick Mahomes getting $5 for every single person who signs up for NBC Peacock or Amazon Prime to watch Thursday Night Football. The NFL owners would never allow that. Jerry Jones would never give away his equity. They are greedy. They keep the ownership for themselves, but the MLS was desperate. They knew they needed the king, so they gave him the keys to the kingdom. And look at the data for 2026. With the World Cup approaching on American soil, subscriptions are spiking again. Every time a new fan signs up to watch The Last Dance, Messi gets paid. Cloned you. He is not just an athlete playing a game on a grass field. He is a media conglomerate. While NFL stars are fighting for guaranteed money and worrying about getting cut from the team, Messi is building a passive income portfolio that will pay him and his family for decades. He broke the labor model of American sports. He proved that the player can be bigger than the league. But the money is not just staying in Messi's bank account. This is what economists are now calling the Messi stimulus package. Pomdius. When the NFL comes to town, it is a big deal. But it is predictable. Fans buy beer, they buy parking, they go home. When Messi comes to town, it is a natural disaster of spending. Let us look at a hypothetical example. Let us say Inter Miami is playing an away game against the Chicago Fire at Soldier Field. Before Messi, a ticket to that game cost $25. You could walk up to the stadium on game day and buy one. With Messi, that same ticket is now trading for $450 on Ticketmaster. That is a 1,400% markup, but it goes deeper than tickets. Fans are not just coming from Chicago. They are flying in from Iowa, from Canada, from Europe. They need hotels. The hotel prices in Chicago surge by 300%. They need Uber rides. The Uber prices surge. They eat at restaurants. They drink at bars. They buy merchandise from street vendors. Bert, one leading sports economist, estimated that Lionel Messi generates roughly $400 million dollars of economic impact for the specific cities he visits throughout the season. He is a walking GDP boost. Compare this to the NFL. The NFL creates revenue for the owners. The billions go to the billionaires in the private boxes. Messi creates revenue for the entire ecosystem. The scalpers, the hotel owners, the Uber drivers, the street vendors, everyone eats when the GOAT is in town. And in 2026, with the Club World Cup bringing European giants like Manchester City and Real Madrid to the United States, that economic boom is going to hit levels we have never seen before. We are talking about billions of dollars flowing through the American economy, all centered around one man in a pink jersey. There is one final piece of the puzzle that nobody is talking about yet. And this is the ultimate checkmate, Tangus. When David Beckham came to the LA Galaxy in 2007, he was given the option to buy an MLS franchise for $25 million. That sounded expensive back then. But he used that option to buy Inter Miami. And now, as we said, Inter Miami is worth $1.5 billion. That is a return on investment of 6,000%. Rumors are circulating that Lionel Messi has a similar clause in his contract. When he retires, whether that is in 2026 or 2027, he will likely be given the option to buy a percentage of a team. Imagine that, Lionel Messi, the owner. He will not just leave America with his salary. He will leave America owning a piece of the infrastructure. He will transition from being the star on the field to being the billionaire in the owner's box, sitting right next to David Beckham. This is why the NFL is scared. They cannot offer this to players. They cannot offer equity. They can only offer cash, and cash runs out. Equity lasts forever. So, is the NFL dying? No, the shield is too strong. Americans love football too much. But the monopoly is broken. For the first time in history, American sports fans are realizing that there is a different way to do business. You do not need a salary cap. You do not need a draft. You just need the greatest product in the world. This year, 2026, is the final chapter of the Heist, the World Cup on US soil. The Club World Cup. The final MLS season. Lionel Messi is going to extract every last dollar from the American market before he hangs up his boots. And frankly, he deserves it, because he did not just play soccer here. He taught America how capitalism really works. What do you think? Is Messi's deal fair to other athletes? Or did he just outsmart the billionaires at their own game? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to see the numbers behind the World Cup security costs, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I am out.